How many stars do we see when we look at the sky at night? Since we live in cities, that is, in places where light pollution is high, we live a maximum of 2,500 people even on a night when the weather is clear. For example, imagine that you are going to one of the darkest spots in the world, such as the Atacama Desert in Chile. Even if you look from there, you cannot see more than 9,000 stars. I don't count during the day anyway because the sun is so bright that we can't see any other stars. Thousands of stars we can see with the naked eye at night are part of the Milky Way galaxy, consisting of hundreds of billions of stars, including the Earth and the Sun. It is estimated that there are at least 100 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy. And these stars revolve around a center called the galaxy center. As the Earth and other planets, Mars, Venus, and Mercury revolve around the Sun in the solar system, hundreds of billions of stars, including the Sun, revolve around a center. So what's in the center of the galaxy? A very big sun. Technically speaking, there is a very bright and intense astronomical radio source in that area. Sagittarius Sagittarius A star. This region, which is only 26000 light years away from us, has been studied by astronomers for a long time. The movement of stars is observed there, and one of these stars, star S2, has been tracked for 27 years. As a result of these observations, it was concluded that it is not a giant sun in the center of the galaxy, but a giant black hole with a mass of 4 million like our sun. The researchers working at the Max Planck Institute in Germany, which achieved this conclusion in 2018, continued to follow the movements of the S2 star and reached another important result at least 2 years ago yesterday and published their findings in a new article of 16th April 2020. Accordingly, the star S2 revolves around the giant black hole in a non-elliptical orbit. Moreover, his movement coincides with the predictions of the general theory of relativity, which was laid out 100 years ago by Einstein. So why is this important? Before Einstein, there was classical mechanics, and Newton's law of gravity could be defined geometrically. What trajectory do the planets follow? Elliptical general relativity, however, begins to move where the abscess of any orbit, that is, the place where an orbital moving object is closest to the center of the mass of the system. It rotates at small angles, so the orbit is like an elliptical, rotating ellipse. If you start drawing this orbit, a shape called a badge will appear. There are badges used in us and we put them on our chest in the events. This figure. The word badge is of French and English origin. This means rose. Briefly, according to Einstein's general theory of relativity, celestial bodies must follow orbit rather than ellipse. However, Einstein found all this in a simple thought experiment about a free observer in 1907. Of course, he didn't just think, he worked for 8 years and revealed his work known as Einstein today, field equations. Astrophysicist Carl Schwarzschild managed to find the first exact and non-zero solution of these field equations, which he created on the basis of prediction only in 1916. These solutions, called the Schwarzschild metric, laid the foundation for the final stages of gravity collapse, that is, the definition of black holes known today. More than 100 years later, it was proved for the first time yesterday that a star orbiting the biggest black hole in the center of our galaxy follows such an orbit. Yes, the heart of our galaxy may be a hole, but the stars are dancing around. The stars draw a picture of a rose in the heart of our galaxy.